There are two spectacular nights in your entire life that you don't joke with. The day you were born and crossover night. Now, I'll give you the reasons. First of all, my name is Oblinks. Welcome to my channel. All right, so I'll be talking to you today about these two beautiful nights that you don't joke with. First of all, I have told you in my previous video about the crossover night, what you shouldn't do. But today, I'm here to talk to you about it again so that you will be very much aware of it and know exactly what to do and how to cross it. Every 31st night into first brings into a new season, a new year, a new arrival of a newborn year in every man's or woman's who is on earth in your life. So you will have to be very prayerful that night to speak into the year and then also tell the year what you want the year to bring for you on how you should be able to succeed and then how things should be able to work for you for that particular year. And then the second year that you don't joke with is the day you were born. A lot of us don't know and a lot of us don't have this idea that the day you were born, there was a battle between life and death. So life simply means the process of being active here on earth. Now make her bring them down. Are you aware? Say you get spirit will be your guardian angel. There's every spirit that follows every human being, whether they call guardian angel. Now this spirit, they take your matter, and they defend you when they judge your matter in the spirit land. When you don't commit crime or an offense, now that spirit, they defend you anytime. Where it gets like, say, they gave you to bring your matter go in the spirit. We'll go defend you, say this person is right or this person is wrong. Now, that spirit is also in charge to take your matter to your maker on daily basis. Now, that spirit protects you. That spirit fights for you. That spirit follows you around. That spirit defends you. So if every night will be your birth night, if it take, let's say from the hour of 11:30 till about 12:30, at least 1 hour or even 30 minutes. Let's assume when you walk, take 5 minutes from that your time, the 11:55 till about 12:50, 12:05 into the next day, because every AM brings you into the next day, whether you were born in the afternoon or been for night when they born you. Don't joke with these 2 nights, the day when they born you and crossover nights. I've said something about crossover nights in my previous video, and I've said little about it now. But this is your birth night. I'm sure that majority of us don't obey it and don't follow it up. You must be awake. You know why? The reason, because you're entering into a new phase. You're buying into a new life. You're buying into a new expansion. You need to talk to that your spirit. You need to talk to God. And that your spirit go there with you to take these applications to God to say, this person is subscribing into the new life. Some of you don't know these things. I have always told you I'm not a pastor, but I believe in the things of the spirit. So knowing fully well that you were created and made by God and that there is a spirit assigned to you to guide you, it will make it better for you. Have you ever wondered why it looks like some of you who wake up early, let's say by 3 or 4 a.m. or 5 a.m., let's say 5 a.m. in the morning, most of us wake up by 5 a.m. and then sometimes you sleep by 4. And at that same 5 a.m., you will wake up. Sometimes you're seeing a movie or you've been busy with one thing or the other. You sleep by 2, you sleep by 3, you sleep by 12. To you are sleeping late. It's like you're going to wake up late. But at that actual time that you're supposed to wake up, you wake up. What do you think that wakes you up? It is because there is a spirit that has been assigned to you, or that has been assigned from you right from your birth. Where see you through, where carry you out from the womb, where struggle with that spirit of death to say this person no go die, he go survive. Now some of us, some of your mother, some of you, or some of us rather, let me put that way because it has to be a general. Some of our mothers get some kind of spirit to be say, okay, have you also wondered why it be say if woman they give birth, there's every tendency for her to die? A child birth, and she the born that pikin, she they die. The reason is because it be like saying an exchange. Those will come with a bad mark, So you're bringing another life, and another life has to go. So if you actually survived at that process, have you also known that there's also a spirit that takes a child at the birth? When they wait for you as the one born you there, that spirit won't take you go back. He don't they fight you from belly, and then when they born you finish, you go still carry you back. So this spirit stands firm or stood firm to fight for you, to bring you back to life. It's actually the spirit of God. Now, in those days, when you give birth to a child, and it's as if the child is having some sort of ill health, I don't really know how to explain because I'm talking in English anyway, or pidgin. They go put 3 for you, usually, or had 3 and all of that. Some of you who grew up in the village or who ask questions, who have, been able to stay close to your parents, your grandparents, and then ask them questions. Then go tell you these things. They go put 1 3, usually or have 3, and then go call the wise people are in those days, the person go come, do some sort of incantation, invoke that spirit into that or her tree. So on yearly basis, your father go say, this spirit will be in the water where they cast into this tree. They go pour liberation, do some certain things, to still keep living, and then to leave you also to keep living. Now, those days, I wouldn't call it the deity or something else, but there were wise people who say this child, has a lineage of something, or probably it gets some certain spirit that's supposed to take this child back. So the only way to put this child, to keep this child alive now, to put this particular thing, this tree here, or do this particular thing, sacrifice, so that this child can stay. But these days, we get dedicated in church. So another thing they do is to put a mark here. Ask the people that has a mark here, this kind of mark here. The Igbos don't have tribal mark. But whenever you see anybody that has this mark here, ask the person the meaning of that mark. Maybe anybody that is up to 35 to 40 and above that has this mark here, ask the person, how come about this mark? And the person will tell you. So the point I'm making is that night is a transition night. And at your transition night, you're not supposed to be asleep. You're subscribing into a new life, into a new year, into a new beginning. So you should be awake to follow it up. So your life is in your hand. You can choose to live longer than others if you understand the things of the Spirit. The power is in your hand to make it or not to make it. Now you go tell yourself every new year, say, I want to subscribe to into this year, 2023. I want to keep living. I want to continue to live. Every year or every day we mark your birth night, you are supposed to be awake. Don't be asleep. Be awake. Even though say you go sleep much earlier, till about 11:55. Wake up from that within that 5 minutes or 10 minutes into the new year of your life. Talk to your God. Tell and say you want to still continue. You want to still live. You want to still live, and then what you explain or what you want comes to you without pressure, without wasting of time. You can declare how you want that year to be, the things you want to achieve, how far you want to go, every other thing that you need for that year to be better for you. You can decide it and it will work. The only reason is for you to be awake. Some of us don't understand this. It's not everybody that everything that pastor will preach for us in the church, or your parents will tell you, or you will learn in school. But the ability to understand that life has a process, it's a profit for you to be able to succeed and live a better life. Forget about who wants to kill you. You can decide your own life and live it to the fullest. If you know the battle where the spirit they fight for you on a daily basis, you get how you go be like say you there for here 1 minute, the next minute the police don't come. You get people where they say they could just escape from a particular place and accident don't happen for there. These are things that this spirit does for you. But if you not get inner mind and inner spirit, you no go know, you no go understand them. So this spirit, what I'm trying to say, why I'm trying to get the spirit involved and for you to know is that you are supposed to be awake that night to motivate that spirit the more, ginger that spirit, and then the spirit takes your prayer to God. That is your guardian angel. To say this person, say he's subscribing to the next level, give him the chance, give him the grace. So, but when you stay adamant, not making those days, they be like the people they live longer than now. Because sometimes when they have this deity or whatever they worship, and every year of their life, they go to that place for liberation, do sacrifice, and then subscribe to the new life and the new going. And they go for them. But the thing is that a lot of us now, we believe in God, we go to church, but we know they take them serious. There are certain things that you're supposed to take very seriously that you're not taking seriously. And that is why we're having issues. In those days, you get age where you go there, die, they will go back inquiry and make them find out you think kill you because you're not supposed to die. So the point why they make be say, this spirit where they follow you, where they guide you, where they see you through, not supposed they are awake that night. Now spirit, yes. Now waiting we go talk, then you go to sleep. Waiting will give you that strength to move to the next level. Enter the next year, succeed that year, do better that year. Now, the way you take, approach God and spirit, that spirit where they guide you to say, I dare awake. I thank you for this year where you don't see me through. I want to subscribe to the next year. See how I want to make the year be. See how I want to make things work for me. That is the only way you can succeed. Nobody has heard about this, or a lot of you have an idea about these things, but maybe you need to put them for practice. Maybe you need to wait to make pastor or preacher for one particular portion of the Bible. Why I need to give you Bible studies? I say I don't let you be pastor, but I understand things of the spirit. So as much as you can, try as much as you can every day. Will be your birth night. No sleep that night. I didn't mean that you shouldn't sleep at all. At least till about 11:50, till about 12:10. Give yourself like 10-15 minutes of praise, even though say you don't really talk. Only praise alone is enough. Then say the few things you want that year to be and how you want the year to be for you. You will get it perfectly. But going to sleep, you don't talk anything. The spirit don't even know what that ego they look you, especially when you don't reach age of maturity. Now, this spirit work perfectly well for you, depend on how you manage the spirit. That is why if you go join one bad gang today, the next day they go catch you, kill you. That is why if you join hookup today, the next day, some group of person will carry you, cut your part, carry you, do something. Before you join something, before you start something, before you invest into anything, find out the spirit where they work with you. Is it now spirit where they against that way you want to do? I've been a spirit where support that way you want to do. These are things people don't know. So you don't jump into anything anyone is doing, whatever your friend is doing, as if the person is succeeding. You go into one thing or the other. I don't want to start calling names. That is why it's as if people do things and they succeed. And some people do things and they don't work for them. So did you find out the kind of spirit that accompanies you to planet Mother Earth? The one will follow you come. How well does he accept that thing you want to go into? That is the reason why if you go do the same just what others do, you work for others, it no go work for you. Because that's your spirit there against it. And this spirit get rules. So number one rule is to be awake on the transition night. Pray, ginger the spirit and buy into the new level. Number two is to find out who you are. Identify yourself. Identify who you are. Be able to identify yourself with the spirit. Know exactly what you are, who you are. And then next is to know what you can do. What can you actually do? What are you good at? What is this thing that you know how to do? Don't always follow people around and pursue them and to say, this person is doing this thing and he's succeeding, so you go into it. No, things are not done that way. That is why you see people doing a particular thing and it's as if they are succeeding, they are doing well. But when you go into it, you find out that you're not going anywhere. It is because you don't know who you are. You're just doing follow. That's not what the spirit wants. And number four is when you find that way it takes you sabi how to do. Stay on it. It doesn't matter how much time it delays or how much fast it is to start giving you results. Remain there and then keep following it up. Number five, which is the last, give an offering. It doesn't matter how small. It could be in church. It could be in motherless baby home. It could be to people you are better than. People who give something, who buy food, who cook food, go to those beggars and share to them and all of that. They actually know what they're doing. These are people who understand the rule. Like I said, it's a transition. You're moving from the level you are to the next level. You want to grow in everything. So you just need to give out something. Give out something. People find it difficult. What most people do is give me. Tomorrow is my birthday. Give me. What are you giving? What are you subscribing to the new year with? What? Not saying receiving gift on your birthday is bad. No, it's not what I said. But before you receive, give out something. Buy into the next year with something. Because appreciation is application for more. When you don't thank for the one where you don't get, then you subscribe to the next level. You're applying to get more. So my name is Oblinks, like you all know, and I'll see you in my next video. Help me share, help me comment, help me like, and help me follow me for more tips because I've got a lot to tell you. Like I've always said, I love you all. One love.